So, Roblox recently had to roll back part of an update after major backlash from players, and now the platform is facing fresh scrutiny from multiple countries. It all started when Roblox announced plans to remove classic faces, saying they wanted to move toward a more unified customization system using dynamic faces. According to the company's CEO, the goal was to help players express themselves in a more modern and authentic way. However, many longtime fans felt like this change was removing an important part of Roblox identity. Concerns grew even more after an older conference call resurfaced online, sparking rumors that classic clothing and traditional Roblox character models could also disappear in the future, potentially replacing them with more metaverse-style avatars. The community reaction was intense. Players flooded social media with criticism and created some extreme edits targeting CEO Dave Basaki. Of course, I can't show them here due to YouTube's terms and conditions, but they went pretty far with the criticism. I can show you some tweets from disappointed Twitter users. One user said, "Recreation my, and that face genuinely looks weird and worse than the original. Why he's smiling like that? He looks like a kid who's trying to look Sigma." Another user said, "My day is ruined, and mine would be too if I saw my customized face get changed overnight to some ugly-looking one." One person compared the expressions, saying the first image looks like he's genuinely smiling, while the other looks like someone is holding a gun on his forehead and telling him to look natural while smiling. Someone at Roblox saw this and thought, "Yeah, this is great, even a toddler could draw a better face than the abomination in the second image." I don't know who they're trying to impress with this new update, but it's definitely not for the player base, I'm certain of it. These faces get funnier with each one appearing on Twitter. Stop looking at me with them big ol' eyes. These faces are funny AF. These look uglier now, of course they do. Why did they change them? The original ones look more natural and genuine, and the new dynamic ones look like they're forced to resemble the OG ones. Seriously, why would we be forced into an update that literally ruins the platform? You're saying, the dynamic heads will look 1:1 like the classic faces, when they're not even close. This is literally not the way for people to express themselves. This is just weird. Revert it. They don't even look identical to each other. It feels like they were designed by two different people given different instructions to draw a similar face. Roblox better give me my money back for all the classic faces I bought, because these dynamic heads are not it. I did not spend my money for that garbage. Even the good-looking ones have something off about them. I hate these so much. I agree with him. Something about those faces looks weird, man. The dynamic heads post by Roblox now has over 2,000 replies and only 48 likes. If that doesn't send them a message, then I don't know what will. That ratio looks insane. Only 48 likes, and everyone else went straight to the comments to criticize the new update. Roblox is genuinely just rage-baiting us. There are already dynamic faces for these two. Why would you replace them with arguably worse ones? They just wanted to piss off the community, and they successfully did it. All the classic head and face combinations will be replaced with a corresponding dynamic head in February 2026. The classic heads and classic faces categories will then be removed from the marketplace. Another Twitter user said, "I'm being serious when I say that the new faces look like they're in pain. It's so weird. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea." They didn't, but investors probably did, I guess. This is the perfect example of the current dynamic face situation, and it's accurate. Users on Reddit also started criticizing Roblox. They hadn't even thought about the millions of people who didn't know this update was coming. Most of the player base found out after the conference, and those who didn't may have seen the controversy by now, so everyone knows this update is just hot garbage. We didn't give them our money for this but investors did. At this point, Roblox is just kamikazing their game into the ground with all the insane junk they're doing. They are actually destroying Roblox and changing it from the ground up, like they're making a new game inside Roblox by removing all the things that made Roblox popular in the first place. Another Reddit user said, "Roblox stopped making changes literally no one asked for. Challenge impossible." You know what is possible. You can click that subscribe button and make me happy. Eventually, after all the criticism and hate from the community, Roblox responded by giving users the option to disable face animations, which helped calm some of the backlash. And while all these things were going on, they also showcased new AI features coming to Roblox.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
The first reply to this clip was a reaction many of you might resonate with. What the F is this abomination? Look at that awkward smile on his face. It looks like Johnny Bravo from Temu. Comparing this abomination to him feels like an insult to my favorite cartoon. It looks like a kid who thinks he looks cool. Why are they turning Roblox into a basic 3D template game? It looks unnecessarily hyper-realistic, and no one wants it to look that way. People like the low-poly, goofy look of Roblox, not this. The character looks like it's from the YouTuber's life game. Maybe he's from that game, an inspiration for the character's development, by blatantly stealing content from YouTube videos to train the AI model. Yeah, I hope a lot of games don't turn out like this. And if this wasn't enough, they also announced prompt-generated worlds. Just look at this demo. Do they think gamers are too dumb to see that it's just gameplay stolen from the 2025 Game of the Year, Expedition 33? They just took Genie 3 from Google and integrated it into Roblox, introducing it as a tool that enables players to use AI to create interactive in-game objects, with a promise of full scene generation in the future. So now we can generate cheap walking simulator copies in Roblox, I guess. Within seconds, people started calling out Roblox, with one Twitter user saying, "Are we supposed to pretend that isn't Expedition 33, or are we admitting that AI generation is theft on purpose?" What do Sandfall Games think about this? I wonder what you trained your model on. Hey Sandfall Games, I highly doubt you guys gave Roblox permission to use Expedition 33 for their AI model. Wow, I'd be calling my lawyers right now and dragging you guys into court if I were in charge of Sandfall. Can we please not rip off the Game of the Year? Obvious and blatant plagiarism disguised as innovation strikes again. Another user said, "It's never been more obvious that Gen AI is entirely stolen art. That's literally Expedition 33 in the first half. You're just taking stuff now, bro." Reaction of a Sandfall Games developer after looking at this clip. They can just revert the changes, and everyone will be happy. All the hate will disappear overnight. It was a place for people to use their creativity to create something beautiful, but they turned it into an AI-generated slop game now. No, Roblox, I'm not playing a fin game made by a dumb AI that makes me feel like I'm on every single drug imaginable. Maybe they're trying to lower drug use among teenagers by making them feel like they're already high. I'll choose the other option rather than playing this abomination. This is what every creator on Roblox feels right now. This removes the feeling of being proud of yourself for your own work, let alone how infuriatingly disrespectful it is for artists and creators alike. Spend this budget on your moderation team, or the lack thereof. I am blatantly humiliated to associate with this company as of late, and so are hundreds of thousands of others. It is legitimately embarrassing to admit that this is a platform I engage with when forming personal connections, due to the lack of responsibility, passion, and respect that your brand radiates. I have stuck with this platform for over a decade, and I have never been more disappointed with the state of it. It is increasingly alarming how little care is shown for the community, whether it be players, creators, or anyone else. Your powering imagination image is dying, even among your own employees. That is not an exaggeration. I want to love this platform like I did in the past, but it is exhausting to pretend I'm happy when so many of us are suffering due to your negligence. I hope Roblox fixes this situation as quickly as possible, or this might be the downfall of Roblox. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.